All my dreams come true. You gotta believe in something brand new. Or leave with something brand new. All my dreams come true. You gotta believe in something brand new.
Welcome back to You're Not Gonna Like This. This is episode 15. This is the first episode of our artistic creation series. What the purpose of this series is to highlight those that have a different talent besides music, which is outside of our other musical beginning series. To highlight, guys like painters, photographers, animators, and so forth. With that being said, today we have our guest Michael Dupuy. Well, I call him Peenut, but if you can introduce yourself.
What's going on? Uh, well, he just pretty much. I mean, you already know my name, but yeah. Let's get this thing cracking. Let's get this thing going on.
My goodness, he ain't even introduced himself. He ain't even hope. For the people that don't know, my guy over here is a senior at Virginia Tech. He's a game design major. That would have been very relevant information, but I guess he's just ready to get back in. He's just ready to get started. I guess. Well, all right. First question first. What is your artistic talent?
I would have to say animation. That's my number one talent. If I can't do anything else, I can animate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, okay.
yeah.
All right. So with you being an animator, so what's your kind of like your favorite things to like really animate? Because I know it's a very painstaking process. Because I know that you have to redraw everything every time somebody moves. So kind of direct us through that long painstaking process it is.
Yeah. So basically, well, there's all kinds of different animation, but I'm in the 3D and 2D animation. So 3D animation, that's like you don't have to draw anything, but you do have to create. You have to model characters, and you have to model like the backgrounds and stuff, and you have to make rigs. Like a rig is basically a skeleton for the characters, and you animate that. So basically, so it's two different beasts, but the some of the techniques they all come together like 2D animation. That's drawing, but you still have to make different positions and poses for each different thing, so it can make it look like it's moving, like you're making, like you're creating motion. So yeah, so it depends on what I'm feeling. Like if I want to do a certain thing, if I want to animate a certain thing, I make it a 3D animation because it'll look better with 3D. Or if I want to make like a if I wanted to make something different like a cartoon, it'll be a 2D animation. Yeah, so all of that. So just 2D and 3D animation. Like I'm really into the actual animation, not really like the modeling and stuff. So if someone were to create like a character for me, I could just animate it. I wouldn't have to worry about making anything. I just make movement. So yeah. So that's like my number one priority is just making things move and making them look cool and smooth.
Okay. So do you care for your secondary talents, or you just want to talk about the primary one today?
Well, yeah, my secondary talents, I do graphic design. So basically, so everybody know what graphic design is. So I just make certain things for certain people. And I'm in a club. I'm in a hip hop club, Soul, Students of Hip Hop Legacy on campus. We talk about hip hop and we try to push the hip hop scene on campus. So I do that and I make the graphics for that. So like flyers and stuff. We were working on a t-shirt but that didn't really work out. And we do certain events and stuff like that. Yeah. So there's that, and that's pretty much it. Drawing, I like to draw, but that's because I have to animate. You can't make 2D animations without drawing. So yeah.
Okay. PJ, you got any questions for him before I move on?
How long have you been like into all this? You know, the game design, graphic design, and stuff like that.
I've been into it since I was a kid, but I haven't actually practiced it until I got into Virginia Tech. So there's like this big gap of just me wanting to do stuff, and then there's this little amount of time of me actually doing stuff. So yeah, so I'm kind of you could say some people are like way more advanced than me. Well, that's true, but it's just the fact that I've just recently started picking up, actually putting everything into practice instead of just thinking about it.
So you've been drawing for a while? Like, have you always been drawing since you was a kid? Like animating and stuff?
No, I've been looking at things. I've been looking at videos and stuff like that. But
okay. So you ain't actually been like dabbling, and you just been like chilling, and now I feel it.
Yeah, so like before college, I was like, yo, this is going to be a piece of cake. But then I got to school, then I got to
you seen how
college, and I was
you seen
like,
it was real. You seen it was real.
I was like, yo, you haven't done anything. You haven't done a single thing, and you think you could jump into this. Man, my first like year and a half in college, I was so like I thought I was gonna fail. Like I felt like dropping out because I thought they were just gonna fail me anyway. I might as well leave before they get me, right? But I kept pushing it. So yeah. So I can do all that stuff now. Like all the stuff I could do, I can definitely do it now.
That joint definitely funny. I remember bro came back that first semester, bro. He was like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna make it cause like drawing.
Yeah. Cause I couldn't draw like
at that time, let's say I ain't trying to discredit my man or nothing. Let's just say me and his drawing skills on the same level. And I definitely don't draw not a thing.
Yeah.
So he's came a long way. Now I see his work.
It was crazy.
I don't know what they did. I don't know what he did in the last 4 years, but he went from like beginner to how would you say slightly advanced to more the advanced.
Yeah. They put me through the ringer for sure.
But you had to take like basic drawing classes.
Yeah, I had to take a drawing class almost every semester until my junior year.
Yeah.
Do them drawing classes like actually help? Like are they actually like?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Word.
I've learned like especially since I wasn't like I wasn't actually into all of it. Because at first, like when I was young, when I said I wanted to design video games, I thought it would just be like computers and stuff. Like I just have to do computers and coding and stuff. But then when I got to college, I was like, yo, I don't want to do the computer stuff. I want to do the art stuff. I want everybody to see what I'm doing. I want to see I want people to see the creativity that was put into this project and like these projects and stuff. So yeah, that's like when that switch happened, I was like, yo, you gotta get ready. I mean, you gotta push through these classes. So I learned a lot. So I learned a whole lot.
Word.
Yeah.
He took a different path to success. My man went in there
thinking for sure.
He was gonna do some 2K games, and bro said, "I'm gonna go Dragon instead." So let's keep it on going. Well, let's see. So what drives you to be an animator? If you didn't already answer that question, I believe you did. But
what drives me, I would have to say maybe the number one thing would probably be recognition. Like I like when I give my animations to class, like when I turn in my animations and people look at them and they be like, "Yo, this is nice," and like, I like what you did with this. I like that how you did this, and I like how you did that. Like when I hear stuff like that, it's like, yo, it's better than anything. Like, and then people start talking about you. They're like, yo, this dude can do this. He can animate some crazy stuff, right? So yeah, so I would say recognition is number one. Number two, that salary. Number two gotta be that money. I like how that money roll in.
How much
Like
they be
the
out there, professional wise?
lots of thousands of dollars. I can tell you that. It changes, but over the next few years, this field, like the game design field and the art field, like that, is going to increase by so much. So I'm gonna be making a lot of money. So that's another one. I'm trying to be on a hill with a big house with all my animation money.
I feel that definitely. Go get that money for sure.
Yeah. So recognition and money drive.
I think money is a commonality in a lot of us. Definitely do not want to be working a 9 to 5 for the next 45 years. That is the scariest thing ever. But
Yeah.
on to the next thing. So I didn't mention this earlier, but Pete here is our logo creator. So that's one of the pieces he did draw for us. So when you see the logo, now you know the face behind the logo. And you know, really put that work into it to make it look the way it does. So with that being said, what do you feel is the best piece you've ever drawn or animated?
All right, I got two answers. The best thing I've drawn had to be this abstraction piece I drew my freshman year. It was like a bunch of blocks. It was a bunch of like white and black boxes. And they would like it looked like do you know what Crazy Stairs was? Am I just pulling this out of nowhere? It's like Crazy Stairs, like the stairs would go up and like wrap around the like you if you look it up,
You
you'll
mean
see
like
what I'm talking about.
you mean like it's an endless drawing? It just looks like it's just going to the end of time. Like it just looks like it's
Yeah,
distant.
and it looks like there's a bunch of dimensions to it. That's what my drawing looks like. It's a
Stuff.
bunch of black and white boxes, and they look like it's just like you can go through one box and you can go out the other. It looks like it's crazy, and it's on this big piece of paper. It's just there's a lot to it, even though it's only just squares. And the best animation, I'd probably have to say, I made my favorite. I'm not gonna say my best, but I'm gonna say my favorite. So I created this dude. I created this little character. Like if you look at the animation, he's like this big. And like he's dancing. He's dancing to a Snoop Dogg song. And he was break dancing for like 45 seconds. It's crazy. And it was he was like in like this empty garage, this abandoned garage, and he was just break dancing. And he was going crazy with it. That would probably be my favorite animation.
Hey, how long did it take you to draw the abstract piece you were talking about?
It took me it took me a long time. Maybe
the fuck is taking so long?
at the most probably maybe 7 hours, like because
Damn.
I would work on it. I would work on it for like 30 minutes a day, and then it would just. And some days I would skip. Like some days I wouldn't work on it. So altogether, I probably say like 7 hours. But
Okay.
I 3D printed like this building kind of thing. It was just a bunch of like little squares and stuff, and I traced it. Well, I didn't trace it, but I looked at it and I drew it, and then I would turn it and I drew it again, and I like flipped it upside down. I would draw it again, and I would connect all the sides together. That's how it came along. But it took a while because like it's a big piece of paper, and then I did some shading with it, so like it took a good minute.
Yeah, I definitely understand the amount of time it takes to draw. I remember back in senior high school, Mr. Hennessy had us doing those portraits. Man, that
Yeah.
took forever. I ain't never shaded so much with a pencil a day in my life, man. Hand was cramping. But it turned out nice. So yeah, definitely, it's drawing. And for those that don't know, like a good time ratio, a good 45 seconds to a minute of animating is equivalent to almost 3 hours of drawing because you have to, depending on how big the character. I don't know how long it took Pete because he said he had a very, very smaller character and it won't have much going on. But
that animation took a good minute. I can't even give you an estimate on how long that took.
Okay, so yeah, I was right. About a good 45 seconds of animation takes a good hour to 3 hours because you gotta redraw. So that's for those that don't. That's why like your animes like Dragon Ball Z and One Piece and One Punch Man, they take forever to get seasons out. Even like your more popular cartoon shows like SpongeBob and Fairy Odd Parents and shows like that, of course, take forever because they have to redraw every time somebody moves. And I'm like, ugh, Jesus.
Yeah, they do a lot of drawing, and it's like the teams they animate in teams. So like, there's a whole bunch of people working on it to make 20 minutes of a video. So a regular episode of like Family Guy is 22 minutes. It takes them like 3 months to animate it, and that's with a whole team. So you trying to do that yourself is just you might as well not even like attempt to do that in a week because that's not going to happen.
No, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But on to the next, so we can go ahead and move on to lighter conversation. So this question for everybody here. So what is your favorite anime of all time? Now I'm pretty mainstream with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and say Dragon Ball Z. That's kind of mainstream, but it's Dragon Ball Z. You can't really argue with that one. So
Yeah. You go ahead, PJ.
I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of anime. The only anime I've really like gotten into for real is like you said, Dragon Ball Z. But that's only because it be on. You know what I mean? So I ain't really gotten into the anime scene for real, for real. But yeah, so I pick Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I'd probably say Dragon Ball Z too, but I watch a lot. Like I used to watch Inuyasha when I was a kid. Do y'all know what Inuyasha is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, I used to watch that when I was a kid. I watch a lot of Hunter x Hunter. What else? My Hero Academia. I like that. I like that show a lot.
Yeah, I was finna start
like
that.
All the new animes are good, but I haven't gotten around to watching all of them. But actually, Hunter x Hunter might be my favorite, like new one.
Word. Well, since we all like Dragon Ball Z and it's all our favorite animes, I guess this question fits the bill. What's your favorite Dragon Ball Z moment? I'm gonna go ahead and say mine. It's definitely got to be when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time. I don't think there's nothing topping that. That's just that.
Man, all right, I got a few. There's the one when Trunks came back and killed Frieza and King Cold.
That was disrespectful.
He came back in time. It was like 30 seconds, but like, come on now. He came in. He was like, "Yo, I'm here." He was like, "Yo, I'm here." Started slicing them boys. Another one has to be when Gohan was beating up Super Buu. When he was beating up Super Buu. When he turned Ultimate Gohan, and he was out there. That only lasted for a few minutes too, but that was pretty cool. And then when Goku, Vegeta, when them two were fighting Kid Buu at the end, and then Goku had beat him with the spirit bomb. That was pretty cool. It might be my top 3.
Hey man, like I said, I ain't really on the anime scene. Y'all asking the wrong dude. So I gotta. I mean, honestly, bro, I'm gonna have to take it from the video games. I know, you know what I'm saying. I think there's a scene where Goku. It's probably like real early. You know what I'm saying. It's a scene where like Goku gets like blasted by something. It was like he was holding. He was holding somebody, and Piccolo
with the special cannon joint?
Yeah.
I don't think that's there. I think that's hard.
Nah, I mean, I'm saying like I'm not like an anime person, so I mean
You
that.
talking about when he was holding Raditz?
Yeah.
Shot him with the special cannon.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That boy went outside that time, but I'm mad Peenut didn't say Gohan Super Saiyan 2. Now that was my favorite moment. The way he was beating on Cell was just like it wasn't even a competition.
He was whooping on that boy.
Like
he was whooping on that boy.
I'm kind of low-key disappointed in Akira Toriyama, the creator of the series, for not letting Gohan, take that full-on role, because like he had Super Buu on like his last straw, and Cell too, and then they kind of just said, nah, bro, just gonna go back to being a scholar and not having no strategy.
Yeah, for sure.
That was kind of disappointing. But let's move on to a stronger suit for PJ then. Favorite cartoon of all time. My favorite, I'm gonna go Ed, Edd and Eddy. That's no questions, no answers there.
Go ahead, PJ.
Either regular, not regular show. Either what's it called? either. All right, it's 3 of them. Either Gumball from Now, because that joint is hilarious, bro. I don't know if y'all watched the episode of Gumball, but that joint is OD funny, bro.
I love Gumball.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That's two. That's two. That joint was funny as hell too. And I ain't gonna lie. And then, okay, 3. I'll go 4. 3, Family Guy, and 4, The Boondocks. I'm counting those.
I guess we can say cartoon. That's a big cartoon.
I would say now that I think about it, he's my top 3. So it would probably go Ed, Edd and Eddy, then Family Guy, then SpongeBob. But really, all of those are interchangeable for number 1, because I feel like I remember every single episode.
That's why I picked 4. That's why I picked 4, because I was like, out of those 4, like I remember a whole bunch of episodes from those 4 shows.
Oh shoot!
I feel like I remember all of the episodes.
Oh yes, especially Family Guy, Family Guy. I could probably quote you on some of the episodes, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, since y'all adding extras, I might as well put my 3 up there. Gotta put Fairly Odd Parents up there before they kind of renovated the series and had them that girl and all that stuff going on. That joint just lost its flavor after that. And then number 3, let's see. Samurai Jack. I'm gonna go with a Johnny Test. I really like Johnny Test. If it had to be 4, it'd probably be Samurai Jack.
Thought you was finna say Johnny Bravo. I was about to say. I love Johnny Bravo. Not even gonna cap.
Johnny Bravo was funny.
Johnny Bravo was funny as hell, bro.
If we went to Boomerang, you could say Tom and Jerry off rip, but that's not.
Shout out to Rocco's Modern World. That show was funny.
I remember that show. I remember that show. I ain't really watched much of it, but I remember that show.
Underrated for me is Pink Panther, man. That tune stays in my head at least 6 times.
I ain't watch Pink Panther at all. I'm sorry. I ain't never watched Pink Panther, bro.
That whole stick. But the shorts they had, like, man, old Cartoon Network and old Boomerang were on a tear. Like, it was. I don't think there was no bad shows on TV. I feel like you could watch every single one. In all seriousness. But on to the next question. All right, so Pete, last question for you is, what's next for you as an artist?
Okay, so there's a few things. So I'm working on this project. I'm working on my senior project. It's supposed to be a 2D animation. Well, it is going to be a 2D animation, but so there's that. It's about this group of guys. They live in the hood and they steal this pair of shoes from this celebrity, and they pretty much run from this guy until the end, and then they find each other at the basketball game. They're at a basketball game, and the celebrity comes to the basketball game, and there's this big shootout, and that's the first episode. I feel like I want to make this a series, so stay tuned to that. And I'm trying to get a full-time job at an animation studio and or gaming studio. So that's a number 2, and that's pretty much all I got right now. Finish this project and go into the workforce with my fresh degree in fine arts.
Man, you need to slide up there 2K for me. You need to tell me the animations before they get there so I can already be prepared when it happens, because 2K be blowing me with them animations every year, but they always
if you work at 2K, go ahead and give me a nice little face scan, you know what I'm saying? Put my face in the game,
my
bro.
Lord.
Put my face in the game, bro. I'm tired of doing the little app and my face scan come out looking stupid. I need a fresh one, a good one.
Oh no, them joints be terrible. You gotta hold your face still for so long.
I can't just put me in the mocap suit, bro. Just put me in the mocap suit.
If you like,
I think we have a mocap studio at school, but I have to look into that. But I want to do that. I definitely want to do that.
Yeah, the scans are terrible though, because like if you look at the camera the whole time, your eyes will become like bug eyes, and them joints will look stupid. It will not be. But I was shocked to find out this year that the dunk animations on 2K, it be people really getting dunked on in them animations. Like you watch the audio, they be like, yo, come block it. I'll be like, oh. Dang, they really get dunked on? That's crazy.
They getting paid to get dunked on though. It's
That's
all good.
Embarrassing though. Like when they release the real footage, it's like, oh dang, I got dunked on.
If somebody want to dunk on me for some money, I'll take it. You can dunk on me all you want for some money. Now in real life, nah, but for some money, you got it.
I don't know about the ankle breaking animation. Ain't no way nobody doing all that, because they had people looking lost in the sauce out there. The ankle breaking animation, I don't think they be that bad. But that's kind of all I got for y'all today, really pertaining to the P air. But go ahead and give y'all a sneak peek of what's going down. So Peenut here is one of the guests for our soon-to-be cartoon and live-action series. With that series, we're tackling all cartoons on the main kids channels that we can think of. I don't think ABC has anything worthwhile mentioning, really. But
they got Charlie Brown.
All right, Charlie Brown. One out of all the ones we're going to talk about, we can't forget Charlie Brown. Thank you for saying that one. But Cartoon Network, Nick, I don't think Disney got too many great ones. They're more live action. I guess you could say Gravity Falls, or Kick Patowski, but maybe not. We'll have to see about those. Disney XD is more their cartoon base. But live action as well. Gonna hit on Nickelodeon live action. Disney live action, the main people there. And then last but not least, we definitely got hit on the Disney Channel original movies, because those are iconic. Cannot forget those. And might be some more stuff we found a lot, most of the details. There's probably some more things we gotta add. But that's all. Join us for our next episode 16. We're continuing our Musical Begins Part 2 with our guest, Kari Hayes, otherwise known as K Kari, on his music. I also didn't mention earlier, Peenut has an art page. It's called @Michael Art. If I'm not
No.
You changed it?
No. I changed the name. See, you gotta get you gotta update. You gotta have an update. Follow me. Follow my art page, the Peenut Gallery. ThePeenut_Gallery. New content coming soon. Get with it.
And follow his actual page, which is
my actual IG page.
Mm-hmm.
Actual IG page is PEENUT_.
All right, there you go. Didn't want to speak. We didn't want to say that was wrong too. But personally, would have kind of said that when I was introducing them. That would have made a little bit easier. But anyways, bottom line, that's all we got for y'all guys today. Thank y'all for joining us. This is PJ. Ira sign off. PJ as always. Big shout out to P for joining us. And see y'all soon. Let me stop it.
What's up, everybody? That concludes today's episode. Join us next time when we release another one. As always, we continue releasing our episodes Friday at 12 on a bi-weekly basis. Give us a follow on our pages, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All the ad names are right there on the screen. As always, this is your host, Ira, signing off. And see y'all soon.